Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Cat checking in with another video. And today we back again with Philly Reddit. This right here is Penntown versus Richard Allen. Um it's going down in Philly. Like Philly is turned right now. Like y'all seen the video from the zoo versus the flags. Y'all know what's going on. But this right here, I guess it's the other hoods or whatever. Let's just go on and see.
Like,
Y'all seen Philly Reddit?
Nah, what's that?
Man, I was just in Philly with Wallow and Gilly.
Salute to Wallow and Gilly.
Shout out my brothers. And they showed me this YouTube page called Philly Reddit, and it's like all these kids that's just like dissing each other and killing each other.
Tell me how you feel about it.
About the Philly Reddit piece, right?
Yeah. I like his work, by the way. I don't know who that is, but I enjoyed it. I won't lie.
He said, but the information they be having be, you know what I mean? They be so roundabout, having an understanding of what's going on. I feel like, damn, who is this person? You know,
Yeah.
who's capable of getting this much information?
Yeah. You already know what it is, man. We in Penntown Projects, 7th for Green, Nova Gretz, Wayland Zod Block. Long time. We've been doing this shit for a minute too. We've been on some shit. Fast.
Rio, you know where to find me. Nova Gretz right behind me. I know niggas wanna lie me. Be a chase like a Rocky. Still be posting in the trenches, niggas still be whipping, man. That shit addictive. Hey, bitch up boys, if you disrespect, I'm missing my dogs to go and get you.
Drop. Real shooting off the bench, you hear the chains pop. When you play with one of us, it's when the game stop. Baby Joe put them niggas in the same spot. I told Scheme touch his head and leave his brains out. I tell Ebo cut his tongue and let it hang out.
We from the projects, you already see Richard Allen projects. You know it's projects across the world, so my whole thing is like niggas want to get niggas the trenches and all that. I ain't the voice for everybody. I'm just trying to voice for the projects across the world, you feel me? That's what I'm gonna pitch for my men. Look, listen. Henry Gray, look. Hello? It's Baby Joe. Said Baby Joe caught them niggas.
Penntown and Richard Allen projects are two hoods in North Philly. Penntown and Richard Allen started out as best friends. People from those two hoods used
That's
to
how
get
this
along
shit
great.
always be, bruh. That's how this shit always be, bruh. Like, I don't understand. So even with the zoo and the flags, like, niggas was cool. Niggas was clicked up. Niggas was cool. They said niggas was hanging in each other's hood. Like, it always be like that, bruh. That's crazy.
Are very close, so much so that a lot of the older members are related. The two hoods used to hang out all the time. The thing is, different members would always get into fights with each other. But they would end up cool again after some time would pass. Things started to get a little more serious beginning at Benjamin Franklin High School, located at Broad and Spring Garden in North Philadelphia. Members from both projects went there. When T-Dot was knocked out in the school's bathroom, it started a butterfly effect. The aftermath was members of Penntown going to the schools let out to jump Richard Allen members. Wayne felt T-Dot got embarrassed, and the young bull who knocked him out was only in the 9th grade. Wayne went up there being bold, looking for retaliation. It isn't clear why shots were sent afterward, but Richard Allen is to blame when Wayne was grazed by a bullet. After the incident of Wayne being shot, Wayne went back and shot at Richard Allen. On the night of March 4, 2011, Penntown members were standing near the corner of Green Street when a single shot was heard, but it was mistaken for a firecracker. After that single shot, a barrage of shots came hailing toward the group. Wayne was struck in his stomach area with a halo tip, causing critical damage to his main artery. An hour later, Wayne was pronounced dead at Hanman Hospital. After Wayne's death, the beef was somewhat over with. The older set of Penntown never really got back for the death of Wayne. Fast forward 2 years later, the younger group of Penntown members started sending shots at Richard Allen members through Twitter, which restarted the beef where it left off. Tyrell was killed by Haas and Black from Penntown. He was at the Richard Allen playground high off of Perks when Haas and Black approached him and shot him in the chest. His eyes rolled to the back of his head and he turned around to walk away and collapsed. Quader Devine, 18, was a senior at Ben Franklin High School in Spring Garden, where assistant coach Dustin Hardymore said he was one of the best players in the city who led the school's Electrons basketball team in scoring last year. Quack was shot in the chest outside a closed donut shop on Girard Avenue near 7th Street at about 11:30 p.m. on New Year's Eve. He was the 247th homicide of 2013.
This shit. Stop basketball player, bro. This is what I be saying. Like, bro, like niggas don't even get the opportunity to live whatever life they could. Like, it's the street shit, man. The street shit just be in the way. And that be the saddest part. Like, a lot of y'all niggas, a lot of us as black people, like, we got so much talent. And it's like, we don't even understand that. Like, we don't get the opportunity to live to our full potential. Like, that shit makes me mad sometimes because we never get an opportunity to. And it's like, we blame everybody else, but we never look in the mirror and blame ourselves. We blame everybody else. Everybody else. It's never no ownership taken, no. It's always somebody else's fault. Like, basketball player, the best niggas led the fucking whatever side of town, or maybe it probably was the whole Philly in points. That shit crazy.
New Year's Eve. He was the 247th homicide of 2013. Doctors declared him dead about 15 minutes later at Temple University Hospital. He was an unintended victim of the beef. The real shots were for Sean Bone. After Quack was killed, Speedy and Shane got together and told the young bulls from Richard Allen either they pick up a gun and slide or they out. After this P block was started by Sean Bone and Buck 100 and other residents on 10th and Parish Street. Richard Allen would slide on Penntown every day, chasing members through the apartment complex. On the night of March 13, 2014, PTB Za was sitting in the parking space area of Penntown when a man appeared from the cut and shot Za multiple times. In the midst of all of this, Za was still able to shoot back, but unfortunately for him missed his target. Members would run to Za's side. His gun was taken and thrown on the roof of the projects while police rushed the scene. Za died on the operating table. From that moment, Penntown became known as No Regrets. Freaky, from the New Homes, was killed in response to this. The Jungle, which is 7th and Oxford, didn't appreciate this because they had family ties. Nick from 7th and Oxford is the blood brother of Freaky. This would provide all the reasons in the minds of 7th and Oxford to start sending shots at Penntown. But that beef died down and isn't really active right now. The war recently got hotter when a young Penntown member was shot over 20 times walking home. Penntown shot a few people but didn't get back until Richard Allen members attempted to run down on Penntown members, but unfortunately for them, Ant was killed. He was also suspected of shooting Gore 10 times. In part 2 we will talk about the aforementioned unforgettable day when Richard Allen got the drop on Penntown, with 7 to 11 members on the hit, but ended up being the ones losing people that day. We will also come to the present day with rappers like Boar and Kwani who are more well known to the new generation, with the beef still going on to this day. We will talk about all that and more in part 2.
Baker's plant-packed protein makes nutrition easy. Just scoop, sip, and smile.
This is crazy. Yeah, it's over with. I guess we can go to we can go to part 2.
Y'all seen,
That's how I found out about it.
Philly,
So this part 2.
Philly Reddit?
Nah, what's that?
Man, I was just in Philly with Wallow and Gilly.
Shoot the Wallow and Gilly.
Shout out my brothers. And they showed me this YouTube page called Philly Reddit, and it's like all these kids that's just like dissing each other and killing each other.
To tell me how.
Tell me information on what's going on.
I'ma talk about the ops all day cause they dying. We been looking for the ops all day, I can't find them. I'ma hop out with the nigga, I ain't no drop.
We got sticks and drums when they go off, sound like a marching band. It was really target practice on the day I parked your man. You really a savage, should be shooting and stop talking then. He got parked and he's holding the Drake, man, get it off of him.
That Rel from Richard Allen's situation we talked about in part 1 was crazy because his cousin was a Penntown boy, PTB, and this was before they started going by No Regrets. Rel even lived down Penntown for a while and his blood cousin was YSL, who we will talk about later. When that situation happened with Rel happened, YSL's older brother stopped hanging around Penntown, because Rel was his cousin and he felt some type of way even though his mom and brother stayed. I don't think they targeted Rel specifically, he was just at the wrong place at the wrong time.
That's how it is all the time.
We should make a correction from our last video. We stated that Sean Bone and 100 Bucks started P Block. They didn't start it, but were closely affiliated. Sean and Buck are from Cambridge Street. It's down the street from 10th Street, but it's not Richard Allen. They associate themselves with each other, because P Block and Richard Allen members grew up together in close vicinity. Even after the deaths of Quack, Wayne, Za, and Rel, the young bulls were still cordial because they went to Kearney together. But shit started getting more and more reckless after the last few young bulls graduated from Kearney. Because they no longer had to put up with each other and see each other every day. Kearney is not necessarily in Penntown, but it is in the Penntown area. So people from Penntown and Richard Allen were students there. It's 1 block away, but kids from Richard Allen still went there rather than their neighborhood school, Spring Garden. The rapper, Hound YSF, from Richard Allen, was even cool with Penntown young guys while they went to Kearney, and they even gave him his nickname Bullet, before he changed it to Hound YSF. A lot of stuff happened in between the deaths. Like the Penn's Landing situation.
Can't believe niggas showing off. Now for that I'm about to tell it all.
Members from both sides saw each other and a fight broke out. The rapper Buddha ran to the cops. We're not sure if he told, but they've got a picture of him next to the cops.
No regrets right behind me. I know niggas wanna lie me. 7 King stripper broccoli. Temporary wanna stop me. Your whole hood know my fucking name. Cause you keep on hating, go get some change. You know what it is. I don't need no nigga, y'all about to shit up in. Penn's Landing, yeah, we had y'all bitchin'. Where was you? We was fucking mixing like a week later. Had y'all niggas snitching. 700, we stay with extension.
There's also the situation where some dudes from Richard Allen tried to go to the pizza store near Penntown and got beat up.
I'm good, nigga. Anywhere I go, I'm good, nigga. Pizza store, y'all not allowed there. Better order right, I better sneak there.
There are plenty of stories of Richard Allen getting the better of Penntown as well in fights and scuffles. Before the young bulls started shooting, they would always rumble. Lil Nah, from NR, dissed Richard Allen way before NR3 was even a group. Years later, there was another situation happened. A couple of teenagers from Penntown got jumped by teens from Richard Allen coming from school, and they took some bull named Digga's uniform shirt and book bag and were trolling on the net. Ebo, Richard Allen, got shot up coming from school, but he made it out alive. That same bull Ebo got ran down on while he was with his kid, and they beat him up out of his shoes. They had taken a picture of him and Penntown was trolling. In the picture, you could see the stroller next to him and his sneakers were off his feet. There are also...
Come on, bro. Come on, y'all. Come on, bro. Y'all know it. Come on, bro. Morals and principles. We morals and principles. Nigga with his kid, give him a pass. Nigga with his mom, give him a pass. Nigga with his grandma, give him a pass. Nigga with anybody elder, I'm not gonna say mom, nigga be with his grandfather, give a nigga a pass. You would want that. if the shoe's on the other foot and they catch you down bad, you'll want them niggas to give you a pass. It's not always smoke. Sometimes you gotta say, all right, hey, you know why we giving you a pass, and it don't gotta be no word said, but a little smirk or whatever. You feel me? But niggas don't have no morals or principles, bro. Like that's not the code, bro. Our niggas don't have no code, bro. That shit not. I don't like shit like that, bro.
Videos on the internet of OT7 Kwani and other Penntown members getting shot at. We've seen at least 2 of them, but couldn't find them in time for the making of this video. Samir Sumner was going to the bus stop late at night and got shot up. He was shot an unusual amount of times, so a lot of...
I'm gonna say this, because I don't want that to come off a certain, like, everybody love mafias, like mafia. Everybody want to be mafia. Everybody be mob ties and shit like that. In the mafia, if they catch you down bad with your mom, your kids, anybody elder, they give you a pass. You ran off with some bricks. You did a bad hit. You put out a bad word. They gonna give you a pass. If you with somebody that has nothing to do with it, you with your wife, they gonna give you a pass. They gonna give you a pass, but y'all niggas love mafia shit so much that y'all not moving like no mafia. Y'all not moving with no morals and no principles. That shit is not. Where's the morals and principles at? I know it's every man for himself, but where's morals and principles? In the 80s, morals and principles. In the 70s, morals and principles. In the 90s, morals and principles. Early 2000s, morals and principles. Seem like now niggas don't have no type of morals or principles. Like, y'all not standing on nothing. Y'all not standing on nothing, and that's not... It was so much structure. Even though it's no big homies out here, it's still structure. Like, hey, nigga with his mom, go ahead. Nigga with his kid, go ahead. We'll catch him another time. But it's like, it's only us. We only doing that to each other. We not seeing nobody else anytime it's a situation. You don't see no Spanish people. You don't see Spanish people and they warn. But they see them with moms, give them a pass. Structure. It's structure. Give them a pass. Us as black people, we just on some hatred shit. It's like, and like I said, even with Spanish people, like, they giving each other passes. He with his kids, let him live. He with his mom, let him live. Because we would want that. They're gonna give us that, the respect, the respect of our heritage. They're gonna give us that pass. We'll catch up with them another time. Come on, bro. That's all I'm saying. Like, just gotta be some principles laid down, some ground rules, like rules, regulations. Hey, we're not crossing these rules.
People think that it was to send a message. Samir repped Penntown, but he was laid back. He wasn't really in the mix. Lil Mir was killed when 2 masked gunmen shot him more than 24 times while Samir walked near his home on an early Tuesday morning in October 2019.
Crazy.
Philadelphia police said. Witnesses told investigators that the 2 shooters fled on bicycles. An off-duty officer heard the barrage of gunshots and rushed to the scene on North Marshall Street near Poplar Street, located on the edge of Northern Liberties and the Poplar section of the city. There, investigators found evidence that 29 shots were fired from 2 separate guns.
Damn.
Philadelphia Police Chief Inspector Scott Small said. 25 of them hit Mir. He suffered wounds to his neck, chest, torso, back, and legs. He died a short time later at a nearby hospital, according to police. Samir lived about 4 blocks away from where he died and was clearly the intended target, Small said.
7 shot, 1 killed in the shootout.
On the 9th of June, 2020, Richard Allen decided to slide on Penntown, but the cops were posted up on 8th and Green. Now, skip to the next night, around midnight, anywhere between 5 and a dozen members from Richard Allen decided to slide on Penntown again. They parked their car on 7th and Wallace, and took the front entrance inside, shooting multiple residents along the way. Richard Allen didn't know members from sets such as TNN, Saudi World, Norris Street, and Trap Street, had been having parties for 2 days after the recent death of Chaw Glizzy. At least 50 gunshots were fired from at least 2 guns during the shootout inside Penntown, near 7th and Wallace Streets just before midnight, on June 10th. Almost every member who was in Penntown that night had guns, expecting some sort of retaliation for the death of Chaw. They all shot back at the Richard Allen members running up. Anar Bor got shot 9 times in this incident. Fortunately for him, he made it out relatively unscathed. As the group of people firing back at Richard Allen started moving in and more people were coming up with guns, Richard Allen retreated back to their truck. As they were running back and still shooting, Anthony, from 18th and Dauphin, who was sliding with Richard Allen, was shot in the face. Him dying was quote, "Get back," for PTB Mir. According to Penntown, Mir, as we said earlier, was killed October 2019 at 3 a.m. walking home. He was shot 20 times by Richard Allen.
Damn.
YM was seen posting his respect to fallen member Anthony on Instagram.
Tell us what happened. Randy, walk us through.
Yeah, so this is a very large crime scene that spans much of the courtyard and a couple blocks around the Spring Garden home, 7th and Wallace Streets in Philadelphia near Northern Liberties. Take a look over here. Police have been processing evidence, just gathering a number of those evidence markers in the past 30 minutes or so. 50 plus shots fired. That's what we're being told by police. And 7 people hit, 1 person dead. Police recently found the body of a young man lying in the grass behind some of these parked cars. We'll show you some video from overnight. Police tell us somebody began shooting here just before midnight, at least 50 gunshots from 2 separate guns. 4 young men showed up to the Temple University Hospital with gunshot wounds. One of them was shot in the neck. He's listed in critical condition. 2 other victims driven over to Jefferson Hospital, including a 22-year-old woman and a 58-year-old man. Police say that 7th victim, he was shot in the face, found lying in the ground, and police believe he's in his 20s. Neighbors here say gunshots are not uncommon on this block, but 50 plus in one night, that was alarming.
Nigga shot me, somebody died. That's on bees. Hop out, let it breeze, pull up. I got shot 9 times and I ate it. Same nigga shot me, he didn't make it. Smoking sands got me higher than a spaceship. Get his ass, he try to run, then we gon' chase him. Brody slime, niggas shot me, try to hide. I took 9 from a 40, I could've died. Big and North, send a hit, get you fried. Last 2 niggas try to play, they in the sky.
After the Ant situation, a young guy that they called YSL who repped Penntown was killed in Kensington. Masai Moore was shot on the 3100 block of F Street on Wednesday, December 23, 2020. At 8:20 a.m., Philadelphia police officers responded to the scene and found Masai lying on the highway. He was suffering from gunshot wounds to his body. Police placed Masai in their patrol vehicle and rushed him to Temple University Hospital, where he died that morning. Masai Moore was 20 years old. He resided on the 600 block of North Marshall Street in Philadelphia, PA. After the death of YSL.
20, bro? Like, you ain't even... That's crazy, bro. These ages be crazy. 20? You ain't experienced nothing. Like, you got so much life ahead of you, bruh. Like, I don't think y'all understand how young y'all are. Like, 20, bro. 15, from like 13. Like, bro, y'all be young. Like, y'all got so much life to live. Like, y'all ain't experienced nothing.
Richard Allen started dissing heavily. as YSL was a beloved member of Penntown.
Moving, he start reaching, I start cutting. I ain't never trust nobody, I start beefing with my cousins. He a snake, cause we ain't going down. Put 7 in his back because that pussy said he from the town. And you said that he ain't built and get him off the street. Cause we be stepping with them ladders, nigga, talk is cheap. Now as long live your savage, take these RIPs. Now as long live Quack forever, ball and peace.
And try make a mess again. Got some homies in the ground who I would never see again. Trolling all up on the net, these 556s breaking men. Let the eyes control the net, the whole city know how we rockin'. Lil' bro, he got up close, he shot that nigga in his noggin.
Another member of the guys from Penntown held a special place for was Bahir Lacey, or PTB Ba. So when he was gunned down on October 6th of 2021, on his 29th birthday, this seemed to be a turning point in the ongoing war.
You know the wild part about that is, bro, Philly, y'all like Muslim crazy. Like y'all all Muslims out there, like y'all killing, y'all all Muslims out there.
As if it wasn't bad enough already. Things were already reckless between the two rivals, but now the shootings and deaths were accelerating with the ongoing health emergency of 2020 and 2021, which wreaked havoc on America at large. The gangs had free run of the city. Getting back for Ba was not only expected but demanded from the guys. For Penntown they wouldn't even have to do anything for Richard Allen to immediately feel some pain. Allegedly this would come from inside the set. Philadelphia police officers responded to the 900 block of North 11th Street and found Jabriel Purnell, or Breel, lying in the street. Breel was a beloved guy from Richard Allen. He was suffering from numerous gunshot wounds. Police placed Jabriel in their patrol vehicle and rushed him to Temple University Hospital, where he died that evening. Breel's death is believed to be from an internal argument that could have been solved with a one-on-one or even just talking it out. Tempers sometimes flare and you have things like what happened to Breel happen. Less than a month earlier, a viral video of a New Year's Eve encounter with a Philadelphia police officer went viral. Breel planned on suing the police department, as he was assaulted and arrested on that night by the officer in question.
White shirt, that sounds racist.
No. Can you please call the charge, sir? I'm sorry about that.
Oh my God. What did you mean by white?
No, I didn't mean
what did you mean by white?
I mean by the color of his t-shirt.
That's the color of my shirt.
Can you please call
Not the color of my skin?
Can you please call the sergeant? Can you please call the sergeant?
Not the color of my skin.
Is you going to call the sergeant, sir?
Call what sergeant?
The sergeant, sir.
White sergeant? Why do I got to call a white sergeant?
No, can you please call the sergeant on your unit?
Did you misspeak or are you misspeaking now?
That video displayed some disgusting behavior of the Philadelphia Police Department, specifically Officer Hoover.
If I'm not committing a crime or anything in that sort...
You're not committing a crime? Who said you're committing a crime? I'm allowed to be here. It's a free country.
All right, me too.
Why are you chasing me around then?
I'm not chasing you around. Let you tell it.
Boy, you don't live down here.
Let you tell it.
Boy, where are you from?
None of your business.
Where are you from?
Yep, thank you.
You got it?
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Why are you putting a light on my face, sir?
What?
You following me?
All day.
All right, me too.
Growing up, I just had a vision for myself. I always knew I wanted to get my PhD. I found Walden.
Just a second, I'm wrong.
The male down to the ground. As far as the disciplinary findings, Officer Hoover was cited for departmental violations, misconduct, unprofessional conduct, and physical abuse.
At this moment, I am now recording him just to show that I am not doing anything threatening to him or anything in that nature. I'm not following you. I'm walking to my...
Why are you following me to fuck around?
I'm not following you. I told you.
He was charged with assault and possession of a small amount of weed. As we said, this was a big loss for Richard Allen. If they thought the loss of Breel hurt, they had some more pain in store. YM1000 is a big face from Richard Allen. He's probably their most well-known rapper from this era and has had a name for the last couple of years. YM reps for 10th and Brown, but petty spats and arguments within the circle have left things very testy lately with the gang. But one thing is for sure, he goes hard for Richard Allen and the same for the guys writing for him.
Wish I could see Quack as a grown man. I wonder would he have a business, would he have his own plan? I wish I could see Breel with that dispensary.
And that's this is what I'm saying now. Like, bruh, you wish you could see somebody as a grown man. Like, they don't even get the opportunity to live out whatever that y'all talked about as kids. And that's what I'm saying. That be the issue. Like, this shit don't be what y'all make it out to be. Like, sometimes you gotta, I said this before, like, bro, if sometimes you gotta wave that white flag, bro. Like, sometimes you just gotta say, bro, like, it's too much casualty going on. Like, enough is enough. Like, you don't see the United States still, when the war's over, you don't see them saying, oh, like, we still on some bully type shit. Like, no, it's over with. You go your separate way, I go our separate way. And we stay able to do business together. It's over with. But this shit just sound like niggas just in a way.
Probably be blowing all day and probably spitting about the missions. I wish I could see Ant as a rapper. Probably be a full-time dad and a all-star trapper. Gonna probably be the biggest boss. Brody had the biggest heart, so that's my biggest loss.
YM has an older brother, Gunna or Zykeem Thomas. Gunna, the oldest of 4 boys, was killed on July 13, 2021. Gunna is the brother of the rapper YM100. He was a big score for Penntown, and if you pay attention to the music the two sets put out, you should know that Gunna's name is mentioned a lot. 2VO from Penntown put 2 songs, mockingly calling them Letter to Wanna, after Gunna's own brother put out a song called Letter to Gunna.
Oh, they screaming. They ain't slumped that, man.
Jails, and mean at least I do the best I can. I didn't go fair for all them guns, I know I blessed I am. Don't jump in on the opposite side, cause if I see you with them ain't no passes, bitch you gotta die. I really miss my brother dearly, did they really kill him barely? Bitch, not to mention Mr. Angelo move like the president. I could swap you guns, but I'm still active, I ain't selling it. The ops ain't catch a body in forever, guess they celibate. Mostly virgins, take no breaks, we always purge.
I'ma make this a letter to his brother. They mad that we smoking on. They mad that we smoking on. I better pray for our son. I hope we get drops on the other one. I wanna see him run from the button. My niggas can't run from me. That boy ain't no drop, but that boy is a wannabe. Shit, that's what I'm smoking. Shit, that's what I'm smoking. I told this wanna weed. I know they gon' run for me. You know if I pop out, them niggas gon' run for me. I know they gon' run for me. But I got a button, so it ain't no running. I got a problem with smoking on wanna. I got a problem with pop my shit, I ain't mumbling. Drop my thumbs, I'm thumbing it. I pop out on the strip, they running. Pop out the cut, I'm hunting. I could be talking about money, but I'ma keep talking about wanna. I'ma keep making love to his brother, making love to his mother.
As with all these beefs within the city, the only thing that's seeming to slow the bloodshed down is when the main steppers get locked up or killed. As sad as it is to say, it's the reality of the situation.
Nah, that's crazy. Like, just us as black people, like, we gotta do better. Like for real. Like, not even just saying we gotta do better. Like, no, niggas gotta do better. Like, niggas' kids shouldn't continue to be raised up in this type of environment. Like, it's just like corny. Like, it's just whack. Y'all want y'all kids to have to grow up and be in the same type shit. Like, some shit that happened 20 years ago, now they gotta inherit. Like, how's that fair for them? How's that right for them? Like, honestly, how's that right? That's not right for them. Like, sometimes y'all gotta say it is what it is. Like, bro, we took losses, y'all took losses. Let's just dead this shit. We ain't gotta be cool, we ain't gotta be friends, we ain't gotta have no conversations. Let's go our separate ways. Let's end this shit. Like, let's make some real money. Like, let's do something so we all can get our family out of this shit. Niggas don't need to be in jail. Like, y'all niggas need to be home. But if y'all want to shoot shit up, it's a place for y'all, bro. It's called the military. It's called the army. Go get paid. Go earn some real stripes. If y'all want to be on some kill, shoot 'em up, bang, bang, go in the army. Like, y'all can do this shit and get some bread. And then put y'all family in position. Y'all gotta start using y'all mind, bruh. Cause this shit it's not cutting it. Like,